I'm, so lucky to be getting married to a lawyer like you, Hank.
When you say it like that, Jen, it kind of sounds like you're just marrying me for my money.
That's because I am. If I'm being objective, your face is only about a C, and your personality is worse than that. But your income and social status are both A+. And those last two obviously outweigh the first two.
Well, when you say it so clearly like that, it makes it easy to understand. I don't hate your honesty.
Normally guys are put off when I'm frank with them like this. But I'm just trying to tell it like it is. It's great that you just take it in stride, though. That's a really good aspect about you, Hank.
I'm going to work hard and make us a ton of money. Then I can be a husband you can be proud of.
You're going to start your own firm in the future, right?
Of course. And it'll be all for you.
That's so awesome! We'll be so incredibly rich when you're the head lawyer, Hank. And it's true I'm going to have $10K to spend every month like you promised? I'm going to hold you to that, you know.
$10K? Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I'd pay any price to make you happy.
And that's no questions asked, right? I don't have to cook or clean or anything?
We'll have maids who do all of that. I don't want to have you getting your hands dirty at all. You don't have to be anything other than my wife.
What about children? Do we have to have them?
Not if you don't want to.
Just thinking about how perfect it's all going to be is making my head spin. I have been so used to hiding my real self from every guy I've dated. It feels so much better to just be me.
And that's how I want you. I'll always accept you just as you are.
OMG! I really did find Mr. Perfect.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Seeing you happy makes me happy too.
I invited my friends to the wedding, but I've been thinking. After we're married, I'm probably going to cut them out of my life.
Why? It's not like you can't still associate with them.
But don't you get it, Hank? I'm going to be a lawyer's wife. I can't keep associating with such lowly people.
I guess the difference in wealth could create friction in the group.
There's that, sure, but also I'll be making friends with rich people, like the wives of celebrities. And I'll be so young compared to them. They might look down on me because I'm only 26. I'll have to get the finest bags and clothes so that doesn't happen.
I'll pay for it all later. Just put whatever you want on credit for now.
I thought you'd say that, so I already did. I couldn't help but keep spending. It was so crazy.
Oh, you did? Was the limit on your card enough to get everything?
I was cutting it close, and I didn't want to stop there, so I also blew through all of my savings. I didn't see any point in having money lying around in my account after we get married.
Of course. You won't need to worry about money when we're married. I can't give you any more to spend now since it's looking like the wedding is going to cost $100K. But I'll give you some more later, okay?
$100K? I guess all those extra things I kept adding really made the price jump.
Well, not every girl has 5 dresses to change in and out of. I sure haven't seen it.
I couldn't help but get 5. Everything just looked so good on me that I couldn't narrow it down.
Everything looks good on you, Jen. I'm sure you'll leave everyone breathless.
Of course I will. But do you really make that much already? I know you're a lawyer and all, but you're only 30, Hank.
It's because of how my compensation is structured. When we win these cases for big companies, we get a cut of the winnings. And I don't mean to pat myself on the back, but I'm pretty great at what I do.
That's so cool! Basically, the more you win, the more money I get, right?
That's right, Jen. I want you to have everything you want with no drawbacks and no struggle. Let's make this a wonderful wedding.
Those low-class women will watch with their mouths on the floor. It's going to be the best day ever!
You will always be my number one. Those other girls don't even compare to you.
Hank, I'm never letting you go. Hank, I'm letting you go. I'm pulling out of the wedding.
You're doing what?
I found someone way better than you.
Who? There aren't many better than me, honey.
Yeah, well, the situation with this guy is much better than with you.
How is that even possible? I'm giving you everything already.
If you're giving me everything, then he's giving me everything and more. So there you have it. I hope that explains everything. We're done. Oh, and make sure to pay off that credit card debt for me. Thanks.
Hold on. Settle down. Who is this guy? Give me some more details as to why you're doing this.
He's a doctor. He's pretty old, but his wife just passed, and he's frickin' loaded.
Jen, think about how far along we are. All that's left is the big day. We've got the venue and your dresses and practically everything already sorted out.
Yeah? So what? Just cancel everything. Obviously, you'll handle the cancellation fees as well. And the credit cards, of course.
Set the money aside for a second, Jen. I still want to marry you.
Get in line, Hank. Everyone wants me. It's your fault for not being good enough to win me. If you want to blame someone, blame yourself. You definitely can't blame me. I'm just going with the best suitor.
Jen, please, reconsider what you're doing.
There's nothing to reconsider. In fact, the choice is obvious. He's promised me $30K a month, and just like you, it's no strings attached. You can do the math, right? There are only two choices here. Which sounds better to you, Hank?
If it's about the money, then I'll work hard and make sure you get everything you want.
Doctors and lawyers are like AAA in the major leagues, Hank. And can you even provide me $30K a month?
Maybe not right now, but eventually I'll be able to. Remember how I told you that I would even start my own firm to make more money for you?
You said that, but it hasn't happened yet, has it? And I'm not going to bet on eventually, Hank. I want there to be no doubt in the matter.
I mean, you say he's a doctor, but I've heard that the earnings at the top are a world of difference from what those at the bottom make.
Well, he must be at the top because he's making a ton. You're not going to win when it comes to money, Hank.
But how secure is that money, I wonder? If his reputation takes a hit, that could be a problem. Fewer patients would mean less money for you.
Can't the same be said for you? If you win fewer cases, you make less money.
Yeah, but I'm just 30. I haven't even hit my stride yet. But if he makes a mistake, the malpractice lawsuits could ruin him.
I guess you have a point. I hadn't considered that. There might not be nearly as much risk for lawyers as there is for doctors.
In that regard, I'm better. I won't make any mistake that could be similarly disastrous for us.
Okay, so you're telling me that it's either the $30K from the doctor right now versus less money, but money that is more secure. That's a tough choice.
It also looks like I'll have a big job coming up. It could net me tens of thousands, easily.
Really? That's awesome! I can't wait to spend it!
Well, you won't be able to if you're going to run off with this doctor. And you don't have to worry about me. I'll have that kind of work coming in on the regular.
Do you really want me that much?
I do. Of course I do.
Do you really love me that much?
I really do.
Then I guess I might come back.
Really? You will?
When I think about it, those low-class losers would probably make fun of me for marrying some grandpa.
Now you're thinking. There are factors outside of the money.
And you, on the other hand, are young and reasonably handsome, so I can actually brag about you.
Thank you.
I must have just been having doubts because we are so close to the wedding. I'll forget about the doctor.
I do feel for him not being able to be with such a lovely lady, though.
Totally! He's the big loser in all of this. But a man who loses a battle is no good. You're the victor here, Hank. You should be happy.
In that case, let's celebrate. We can have a drink tonight to celebrate our recommitment to marriage.
Let's go somewhere fancy as well.
We can do fancy. Just pick the place.
Hello? It's the day of the wedding. Where are you? Get over here right now.
What a pain.
What? What's up with you?
I don't think I'll be able to make it.
Is it because of work? You'll have to tell them that you're busy and get over here. I will not have anything get in the way of my wedding day.
Look, I'll be honest with you. Did you really think that someone like me would marry the likes of you?
What? Hank, what are you saying?
How about I grade you then? You've got your looks, sure. But your personality is trash, you don't clean, and you can't cook. By my math, it looks like you're coming in at an F to me, Jen. I'd say you're practically a 0, in fact.
Hank? What are you saying? I thought you were in love with me.
Idiot. I was only pretending to be in love with you.
Ugh, that pisses me off. No man has ever done this to me.
That's what you think. They didn't say it, but they all thought it.
Damn it, Hank. Now you've done it.
Go ahead and strip off that wedding dress.
I'm borrowing 5, and this is the only one I've ever worn outside of the store. All my friends and family are looking forward to seeing me wearing them. There's no way I can just go home.
Don't worry about that. There won't be anyone to see you wear them because nobody is coming. I've already informed everyone that the wedding is off.
You did what? And you didn't tell me anything?
Well, I can't just go and waste everyone's time with a wedding that wasn't actually happening. And telling you would ruin the whole point.
So you planned this all then?
You can call it my revenge. Thanks for playing.
Revenge? What did I do to you to deserve this?
I'm sure you wouldn't remember. Someone like you can barely process how your actions affect others.
Remember what? What specifically did I do?
Do you remember Emma Jackson?
Yeah, they were a friend of mine in high school. But that's odd. You have the same last name as her. Don't tell me.
No, it's exactly what you're thinking.
Really?
I know about what you did to her in high school. I know everything, Jen.
What kind of ancient history are you trying to dig up? We just messed around, me and her.
When you hid her clothes so she couldn't go home, was that just messing around? And what about the time you cut out patches of her hair with scissors? Are you going to try and tell me that it was all fun and games between you two?
That's right. It was just in-group pranks. You wouldn't get it.
It wasn't just those 2 instances either. You did much worse things to her. Unspeakable things. Isn't that right, Jen?
Is that what Emma told you? She's a bit of a liar, that girl. I wouldn't believe everything you heard.
Even after high school, you bullied her. You tracked her down at her university so that you could harass her there, too.
I was just being friendly. We would hang out occasionally in college. That was all there was to it.
That's a damn lie, and you know it.
Is that what she told you? Should we have her weigh in on this?
You won't speak to Emma again.
Why can't I?
She's gone. All that she left was a note.
What?
4 years ago, when she was 22, she passed away.
Oh, I feel like I heard a rumor about that. I guess it was true. I didn't think much of it at the time.
Pretty much everyone from your class came to the funeral reception. Except you.
Back then, I was a senior in college, just about to graduate. I was busy. And I was so popular then. I had boys just swarming me. I just couldn't find the time to go. Do you hold a grudge against me over that? Because I didn't go to her funeral reception?
You wouldn't have been welcome there anyways. I wouldn't have even let you in.
Then who cares? You didn't want me there and I didn't go. I didn't do anything wrong.
You've got some nerve to say that. It was all your fault. What you did was criminal, Jen.
Then you should have sent the police after me if you thought what I was doing was a crime.
I did go to the police and even consulted a criminal lawyer as well. But what she wrote in that note wasn't going to be sufficient to convict you. So in order to build my case, I wanted to get testimony from Emma's friends. The strange thing was that nobody was willing to tell me anything to help me. I don't know why they wouldn't testify against you, but everyone was reluctant to give me any help.
I didn't do anything to keep them quiet. Emma was simply making it all up. She was a liar. As her brother, you should know that about her.
This isn't something people lie about, and considering what she was about to do, she wouldn't have had any reason to either. I've never seen such deeply felt hatred from her before.
She was just jealous of me. She wrote that to get back at me.
You can make up reasons all day long. The fact of the matter is that it's over for you. It's time for you to pay for your sins.
What? Nothing will happen to me. Don't think that you've won by doing this. Even if it's not you, there are plenty of men who will want me.
They'll have a hard time getting to you where you'll be going.
What? Nothing will happen to me. Don't think that you've won by doing this. Go ahead and spell it out for me.
Harassment, assault, property damage. Oh, and blackmailing too. And once your actions are shown to have contributed to Emma's death, you'll be charged with that as well. Even if not first degree, you have more than a little responsibility to bear for what happened.
And do you think some piece of paper alleging these things is enough to convict me? You said it yourself. Nobody was willing to cooperate. And you call yourself a lawyer.
I've been in touch with Emma's friends these past 4 years, begging them to help me with this. Eventually, I got 3 of them to provide whatever evidence they still had, and affidavits that recounted some of the crimes that they witnessed you do.
Huh? They flipped on me?
It seems you got a bit careless and took a video of yourself assaulting Emma. I can still hear your deranged laughter as you did it.
Who had that?
I can't tell you that. I have to protect them in case someone is foolish enough to try and commit witness tampering as well.
Who the hell was it? I will kill the bitch who betrayed me!
I'd worry about yourself if I were you. You can consider this as legal advice. Anyhow, we're still well within the statute of limitations for these crimes, and that will also be true by the time the case is wrapped up. Right before Emma passed, she was hospitalized after suffering terrible injuries. According to her, she simply fell down a flight of stairs. But it was all your doing, wasn't it? Things could get ugly if it came to light that you were involved in that as well.
Hold on. Going to the police with this might be pretty bad.
It seems that you won't be able to wear those fancy clothes and use all that expensive makeup, I'm afraid.
Why the hell did you get so close to me? You could have just gone straight to the police with all this.
That would have been letting you off too easy. And what would be the fun in that? I wanted an Icarian fall for you. Right at the happiest point in your life. Straight down to hell below. That's why I did what I did.
It was all Emma's fault. She was so smart and was almost as pretty as me and popular too. I thought my position in the hierarchy was under threat. So I wanted to push her back down into her place.
You wouldn't have had to harass her at college if that was the case. You didn't even go to the same college as her. Why continue then? What you did was out of malice. It was premeditated.
Because she didn't compete in the beauty pageant.
What? You did this over a high school beauty pageant?
It just added to her appeal when she didn't compete. Then she went on to college like a frickin' celebrity. I couldn't let her outdo me like that.
You're saying that something so unimportant drove you to treat her like you did?
It was important to me. More important than being alive. It was a matter of pride that I couldn't let go.
Fucking ridiculous. Emma is gone all because of such nonsense.
If she wasn't so weak, she would still be here. What she did was practically running away.
You forced her into that state. You intimidated her. How dare you try and put the blame on her? You told her to know her place and threatened to spread embarrassing photos of Emma and her classmates at every turn. You threatened to have them sent to me and our parents. She couldn't do anything faced with that.
I don't remember any of that.
Of course you don't, but that won't save you from what's coming. Emma was so considerate of everyone and nice to a fault. So she chose to sacrifice herself to everyone else. To protect everyone.
Your love for your sister is so creepy.
I will never forget what you did. Even when you get out, I'll make sure you don't find happiness. Even if you find some rich guy to marry you, I'll be there to get in the way.
You're a fucking psycho, you know that?
You look decent when you pack on makeup like you do in public, but in private it's like you're a different person. You don't want others to see you in those rags you wear around the house, do you? I have you on video doing gross shit like scratching your ass and picking your nose.
I thought I could be myself around you. It's awful to take advantage of my trust to threaten me like this.
It's the same thing you've been doing to Emma and everyone else. You're now just experiencing what it's like to be on the other side.
This can't be happening to me! I have to find my rich husband. That's my ticket to happiness. I can't be locked up in some cell.
There's one thing I forgot to mention. Pay for the wedding venue. Nobody's going to show, but I haven't canceled anything. They'll still charge you all the same.
Why do I have to pay? It's the venue for our wedding!
Because you cheated on me with the doctor.
I didn't do anything with him.
Save your breath. You two were sneaking around together. But you weren't clever enough. The jig is up, Jen. I know everything you've been up to. Did you not notice that I had someone following you? That means that the marriage was ruined because of your cheating. That opens you up for a lawsuit, and I intend to get every last penny from you that I can.
Don't joke about doing such horrible things to me.
It's no joke. And it's not the only thing you should worry about. You've racked up quite the credit card bill as well. What was that for again? For your inauguration as an A-lister? That's rich. Your delusions have really gotten you into a pinch. If it sounds too good, honey, that's because it probably is. Trash like you will never make the red carpets. Your spot is with the rats in the sewer.
The card payments are next month, right? You're not going to pay it?
You can't seriously believe there's any chance I would, do you? That would be dumb even for you.
But my savings account! I'm literally broke.
I mean, we both know that wasn't money you worked to earn. It was the money you could take from the men in your life.
This can't be happening. I'll lose everything.
Just be glad that's all you're losing. Emma wasn't as lucky. You took everything from her. I will haunt you as long as I'm alive. Look forward to it. It'll be a life devoid of happiness.
Someone save me!
Jen's guilt was proven using the evidence bravely provided by the three girls. She pleaded not guilty at the trial, but the evidence against her was overwhelming and justice was served in the end. She was sentenced to 3 years. It was a shorter sentence than I had hoped for, but it did put a halt on her looking for another rich guy to dupe. She won't have forever to keep that kind of behavior up. It seems she maxed out multiple credit card shopping, not to mention whatever money she had in her bank account. Since there is no obligation on anyone but Jen to pay the money, she will have it waiting for her when she gets out. While the time limit on the debt can pass while in prison, by court orders this process can be halted, so she won't be able to get out of it that way either. She has about $200K in debt waiting for her between the wedding venue costs, damages to me, and credit card debt. I hope that's enough to ensure a lifetime of suffering after she's out of prison. It's still better than what she deserves, and certainly better than what Emma got. Emma never had the chance to get married or raise a family or do any of the other things she wanted to do. I always thought she had such a bright future ahead of her. I don't care what anyone says. I miss Emma. I want to be able to see her again. To hear her yelling, "Hank," again. But I know that that will never happen. I left my firm. I want to be a lawyer who helps people who are suffering. People like Emma. That way I can live a life that she would be proud of. I hope when she looks down from heaven, she will be.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. See you in the next one.